Let's go, everybody! It is time. Tips in 10. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tips in 10, where we give the top tips in the least amount of time. This series was built to help you stay in the know without taking a chunk out of your schedule. So, guys, I want to welcome Joshua B. Lee, a.k.a. the Dopamine Dealer of LinkedIn. He works with entrepreneurs, he works with influencers and professionals like you to create solid personal brands, grow their influence, and draw unique opportunities. Everybody, welcome Josh. Josh, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Mike, appreciate it, brother. This will be the fastest interview and quickest tips I've ever given in my life. So, let's make sure we hit it hard and hit it fast and crush it.
I love it. I know, dude. I can just feel the energy, and it's going to be awesome. So let's get this party started right now. What is the best advice that you were ever given?
Man, the best advice I was ever given, and I stand by this all the time, is be 100% you, 100% of the time, on and offline. Because, brother, that's the biggest thing. You're online, I'm online. So many people are listening right now. We've been in this world for so long. We see these guys and we're like, oh, wow. And then you meet them in person. They're totally different. And that was the biggest thing, trying to be this different person and have two different lives. And we don't have two different personalities. We'd be locked up in an insane asylum. We have one life. And we need to live it that way, on and offline. And that's been my mantra ever since I was told that.
Dude, I totally agree. And one of the things that I find frustrating, especially in terms of hiring, is, people aren't themselves. And eventually it catches up to them. They can do a great job, on the initial interview, like a phone interview. But then when they come in to do the face-to-face, completely different person.
Yeah. Right? Just like in dating, right? Guys do it all the time. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's been a long time since I've been in that world. But I remember meeting buddies of mine. I'm like, dude, this is not who you are. Why are you acting this way? This is so strange. And it's like, well, this is kind of how I played that out. So it's the same scenario across the board. Just be you, and it's okay. Exactly.
Hold on one sec. So in terms of the next question, so you've been a millionaire twice, lost it all. That first of all, it's incredible to become a millionaire one time, but to do it two times is even more impressive. What did you learn from that?
Well, the first thing is, let's be more impressive. I've lost it twice. So that's always the fun thing. The biggest thing that I learned, man, there's always more money. There's not more time. Continually going to it. If I look at the first time I did it, I was kind of blessed. Cursed. One of my first original clients back in the day in early 2000s was MySpace. So, I kind of got thrown in that world and we were just printing money left and right. It was insane. I made a lot of mistakes. But because of that, I also was young and dumb and made those mistakes and kind of went in and was like, all right, well, I'll do this and I'll spend this. And it goes a lot faster than you actually make it the first time. Second time, I'll be honest, it went through a divorce and it was the best decision I made because, look, I looked at my lawyers and they go, Josh, this is going to take 3 years to go through. And I said, man, I'm not putting my kids through that. Closed down 10 of my companies, walked away from everything. And at 36, moved back in with my parents with a little bit under $1,000 my name. And honestly, it was hard being able to go through that. Best decision I make. Again, we can always make more money. We cannot make more time. And that's across the board for anybody.
Interesting. I'll tell you what, and those are challenging. And just, I think too, a lot of times they don't understand that we can make more money. And to not want to be happy, that's going to impact you too as well.
Yeah.
By not being able to make more money. So love it, brother. Love it. So what is it that makes you so passionate about H2H and, human to human connections?
That's it, man. Mike, this is where it all comes back after that second time, really closing down my businesses, going back in. I had to kind of retrospect. Mike, I'm going to be honest. Like when I left, I was going through my whole shift change, everything. I'm a different guy than I am now. When my wife met me, I had just written my book, Balance is Bullshit. And, I was trying to share this whole work-life balance mentality and break that apart because I just didn't believe in it. And I was going to be a life coach. I had the whole man bun going on, my mala beads, I was Zen. And then I realized, you know what? I'm probably not the best life coach, but I need to be able to share. And how do I actually do that? How do I take what I've learned in the online world and then pair that with what I had shifted and changed within myself? And that's where I realized too, like every company is run by another human being. Most marketers have just forgotten that. And I mean, as we look in this world of this B2B and B2C, business to business or business to consumer, those are old mentalities. Those were made by guys like you and I 30, 40 years ago, probably longer now, to diversify ad spend, right? It wasn't made for the world we are in now. And I mean, we have to be able to do that with personal brands, with everything shifting, with everything kind of really changing, especially after post-COVID. It's not that people want to be seen anymore. People want to be heard, right? I mean, they're fighting for that voice. And that's the biggest thing, that human brand, that human, how do you actually connect with people, treat them like human beings and educate, inspire, and draw them in and not sell them. I sold $500 million in advertising. I'm not sure if I helped a single person, but I know now the way that I work and the people that I work with that I'm blessed to, some of the men and women that I used to, I mean, honestly, read their books on how to start my own companies 20 years ago, now are my clients, and I'm able to help them educate, inspire, and draw their audience in on that human level and really start with that. Because I mean, you look at these different aspects, Mike, I mean, really, if you can make an impression on someone, if you can impact their lives, they'll remember that so much longer than what you sold them.
No, and I agree. Now, how do you do that effectively in today's day and age with social media? Because the human right to connect, connection is completely different. I mean, even though you and we can see each other, we're still virtual.
All right. I know we got like less than 4 minutes to be able to go in, and I'm going to drop this really quickly. The pattern of the human algorithm online right now, Mike, is like, comment, share, post, like, comment, share, post. We want to be human to be able to go in there. It's not reaching out and saying, hey, Mike, I see you're on LinkedIn. Me too. And then pitching and spamming them. No one likes that. I mean, we've got to be able to shift that kind of scenario, but be able to create a stopgap in someone's pattern in these like, comment, share, posts. Well, appreciate them for something they've never been appreciated for. On LinkedIn especially, you can see who looks at your profile. On every platform, you can see who engages on your content. Reach out. Most of us in this day and age have taken liking or commenting on someone's post for granted, right? Especially influencers have taken a lot of their followers for granted. So what do you have to do? How do you appreciate them? Well, reach out. Hey, Mike, I saw you like my recent post. I just want to take a two seconds out and say thank you. Thank you for engaging my content. I'd love to connect with you and find out what pushed you to engage, right? Start a conversation. Because again, in this world, conversations lead to relationships. Relationships lead to opportunity. And that's where we need to think about when we're in this human world.
Dude, I love it. I love it. And it is so important, right? It's just, you got to be different. You got to be different. You got to do what no one else is doing. So, I appreciate you sharing that advice for our listeners. So I got a little speed round here that I want to finish up with. All right. So just kind of a little for fun thing to knock this thing out of the park. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Morning all the way. I mean, I'm a bed. Sometimes my wife laughs at me all the time. She's like, it's 9 o'clock. Really? You're going to bed? I'm like, well, the kids went to bed. I'm up at 5 a.m., 5:30 every day.
Dude, love it. Love to hear it. Savory or sweet?
Savory. I'm a savory guy. Yeah. I mean, I like some sweets, but I mean, I'm not, it's like hard candy, certain things. I'm really particular on that kind of stuff.
TV shows or movies?
Oh, dude. It's so strange because everything's shifted these days, right? Because I mean, like some TV shows are damn near movies, what they used to be. They're hour and a half long TV shows. So I got to go with movies. I got to be able to finish that story. I hate having to wait till the next week to be able to watch the next show. No,
I totally get it. Like Ozark and Cobra Kai, those things, it keeps going. I mean, I honestly think they are movies, even though they are, episodes.
They're just 20-hour movies.
Exactly. So where can our audience connect with you further?
Mike, everyone, I mean, if you're listening here on LinkedIn or whatever social media channels, I mean, honestly, LinkedIn's the best way to be able to do it. Find me, Joshua B. Lee. Send me a message, right? Like, I want a personal message, Mike, and I want people to tell me why they listen and tune into you and why they love you, because that's the cool thing, that human opportunity. If they send me a message, say, hey, Josh, I saw you on with Mike, and dude, I love Mike because of X, Y, and Z. That lets me have a longer relationship with you and go, Mike, dude, look at all these amazing messages I got, and share them with you. So please find me on LinkedIn, connect with me there, send me a message on why you love Mike, and then that'll allow us to be able to build a relationship with not only with them, but with you as well, Mike.
Joshua B. Lee, thank you so much. The Dopamine Dealer on LinkedIn. Peace, brother.
Thank you.